Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Marvel Champions two-handed recorded gameplay. Today we're going to be taking up one of our newest heroes, Winter Soldier, alongside one of his good friends, Steve Rogers, to take on Crossbones. This is going to be utilizing the Super Soldier team-up card, and it's going to kind of kick off. It's not even going to be really a series, I don't think, but I will put it in its own playlist because I've been wanting to play through all the team-up cards. So this is going to be just the start of that, and as we put out more gameplay, our two-handed gameplay videos, we're going to be utilizing the team-up cards more and more to kind of give ourselves a theme. So Super Soldiers is the team up against Cap, or with, not against, with Cap and Winter Soldier. Max 1 per deck, it says, deals 6 damage to an enemy, give Captain America and Winter Soldier each a tough status card. So each one of our decks is going to be running this. And yeah, we'll talk about the deck, but if you don't care about the deck, you can jump directly. My cat was up here, you can tell. You can jump directly to the gameplay using the timestamps down below. Bucky is going to be playing an aggression deck. Actually, Bucky's going to be playing an aggression deck. We got Super Soldiers. We've got 2 copies of Target Spotter. This is when a minion would engage a player. We can remove a target counter from here. That minion cannot activate until the end of the phase, and then we engage that minion. So we're going to be pulling minions over to Bucky. Also, so we can get more minions of spoiling for a fight, we get to ready so that we can use Bring It and we can use Man on the Wall. So this is kind of the thing that we're building around. Man on the Wall, exhaust it, reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 1 for each minion engaged with you. So we're going to be pulling minions to us and then using them effectively as resource generators, both for Man on the Wall and Bring It. We're going to be using aggressive stance to find enough attack events when we do engage those minions, either via target spotting, spoiling for a fight, or just top decking the minions. And then we got Hall of Heroes. We got a Bambino and a Yarnborn to be weapons. These are... Why did I think I had 3 restricted slots? I don't know why. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and grab a side holster while we're here, because we do want to have 3 weapon slots. So I guess we could run Pulse Grenade if we wanted to. I did swap out Pulse Grenade here at the last second for Yarnborn, but I kind of like the idea of having Yarnborn. So we were gonna grab a side holster. Where are we? There we go. That's going to give us an additional restricted slot. And then we can use firepower to exhaust all 3 of those weapons to do 9 or 12 damage if we use his arm to pay for it. We got lock and load, we got specialized training, we got helicarrier, mansion, combat training, we got Hercules. I've not played Hercules in a very long time, so I figured it'd be kind of fun to try him out. He's cost 6, but he reduces the cost to play him for each minion engaged. So if we have a ton of minions plus Man on the Wall, we've got a lot of ways to get him out. We got a Nick, Angela, Throg, and our doubles for Bucky's deck. But we did build these decks to kind of complement each other. Really, Steve is kind of supporting Bucky in the deck, because Steve's running a protection deck. He's also got Super Soldiers. He's going to get some minion summoning with Come Get Me Bub. Discard until you get a minion. Heal 3 damage, give yourself a tough status card. We can target spot that over to Bucky if we want. And Steve then gets the tough status cards and everything. I picked Crossbones because a lot of this deck is centered around tough generation. And Crossbones gets piercing if he has a weapon. So I thought that would be kind of a fun little push-pull that we have. But we also have Pin Down. So Pin Down, we're going to be throwing on the minions for Bucky. And ideally, we're going to get 3 minions with Pin Down on him that we can just farm for resources every single turn and not need to worry about them. I did choose the Mutant Slayers, which has some negative consequences when they activate. Pin Down gives -2 attack, but it does not prevent them from activating. So with Riptide, we'll either have to give him +2 attack, so he will actually attack for 3, or we can place 2 threat on the main scheme and 1 threat on each side scheme. So I tried to do something that would showcase the decks, but also provide a couple of roadblocks for him. And I think this is going to be a good way to do that. Got Armored Vest, hard to ignore. We got 2 hard to ignores. Got Electrostatic, Unflappable, 2 Energy Barriers, and 2 Ops Rooms, just to kind of spread that out a little bit. You got Night Nurse, Sinclair, Stun Gun. I would not really run stun gun if I was not running the lock and load side scheme. We got Mansion, Quinn, we got X, Nick, Jocasta, superpower training, established perimeter, and our doubles over here. We're going to give, I think we're going to have Bucky go first. Where did I put all my, nope, they're under my sleeves. We're going to have Bucky go first because, I don't know, because that's fun. The modular sets I chose, Crossbones gets 3, which is another reason why I really like running Crossbones. So I chose Mutant Slayers, which has a ton of minions in it. I grabbed a Pale Little Spider, which is one of our Thunderbolt minions with Black Widow. And then I grabbed Ransacked Armory, which is a mod set that has a lot of weapons in it, which is important for Crossbones, because if you don't run like Weapon Master or something that has weapons in it, he has, I think it's called Raid the Armory, which just gives you an acceleration token, and that's no fun. So the weapons in Ransacked Armory attach to minions, not really the villain. Maybe some of them attach to the villain, but they attach to minions, and so we're going to get some pretty souped up minions, and I'm curious to see how that goes. Pale Little Spider is going to be kind of tough. That's going to be an all hands on deck type situation once we do get that ready, or once she does show her face, especially if she starts to get some of these like flamethrowers or tech gauntlets or something like that. So we're going to have to be careful there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So Crossbones, when revealed, we're going to search the encounter deck for his machine gun. So we're going to grab his machine gun, and then we're also going to get the top deck of this experimental weapons deck. So there's that. Also, I am curious. Do you all care about the deck build? Right? Like, we are 7 minutes into the video. Do you all, is that beneficial to you all? Do you like it? Let me know down in the comments. Or do you want me to just have it ready, jump directly into gameplay, or do you like me kind of explaining the deck and kind of what they're doing? If I got rid of that section of the video, I'd probably explain it as it came out. Be a little bit more of a surprise. Just let me know, because I'm curious, because I want to try and start doing more of these two-handed games now that I have a little bit more time at home. So let's find our machine gun. Crossbones' machine gun is a 4 ammo counter weapon. Force interrupt. We're going to take some damage, which also kills toughs. Forgot about that. That's going to be annoying. We got the experimental weapons deck. Set it next to the main scheme. Stage 1A is attack on Mount Athena. We're going to scheme out at 6. When revealed, we're going to reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck, which is a laser rifle. It gains range, so it's going to get around retaliate, which is going to be sad for Steve, but we'll have to get rid of it. The Crossbones machine gun. Oh, I should have run Sunfire. That would have been a good call. I'm actually going to just grab Sunfire right now from Bucky's deck, just because there is so much stuff that Crossbones like requires resources to get rid of, like all of his attachments. So we're going to grab Sunfire for Bucky. Yeah. This is the build on the fly. When Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attack scheme piercing. So there's that. Let's grab Sunfire. Sunfire is such a good ally. I always forget about Sunfire, especially when I'm not running an aggression. Or I'm sorry, we're not running a X-Men build. We'll shuffle him in. We're at like, I think with Bucky about like 43. Steve's at about 45-ish cards. So not at the minimum, not at the maximum. So we do have room to throw Sunfire in there. Alrighty. So Bucky gets 6 cards in hero form. We got a Winter Rifle, Aggressive Stance, Electrical Discharge, Lock and Load. That's kind of exciting. Lock and Load is really fun to see here. And a Angela. Alrighty. We are going to keep Helicarrier. I think we may keep Angela. We're going to keep Lock and Load. And so we can pay for all 3 of those just with what we have. It would be nice to have an Electrical Discharge to play to stun Crossbones. And we also need a resource to go get his arm. We'll go ahead and mulligan these 2, and we'll see what we get. Safe House 30, and a Throg. Alrighty. So we will see what Steve has, but it's potentially worth just playing Throg. Actually, we may go Safe House Throg because we do have the Living Legend ability over here on Captain America. Also, this is the winning hand Captain America promo from Kana Heroes. Cool stuff. Speaking of, he's got an armored vest, which is beautiful, a heroic strike, energy barrier, hard to ignore. Professor X, interesting. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6, and a helmet. We're going to toss the helmet. We're going to toss the energy barrier, the heroic strike. I think we may actually just sit in alter ego with Steve. We can use Professor X to block Bucky, and then have Steve just kind of sit and build a little bit more and keep that Living Legend ability online. So let's go ahead and mulligan these three. We've got a unflappable, geez, Sinclair, and a Nick. Ooh, alrighty. That's kind of fun. Because we have a Nick and a Professor X, what we're going to do is not use the Living Legend, or not play an ally with Bucky to use the Living Legend, because I think I would rather get Nick out, maybe with a Sinclair. Actually, I think I may get Professor X out and probably go... I don't know. Let's see what Bucky does. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Safe House 30. Safe House 30 is going to be so integral to this deck. So let's go ahead and use Angela to play Safe House 30. Mainly you get to search and find one. So we're going to use this to go find... We could go Armor Guard. The tough ones are going to be ones that have guard. I think the ones that I lock down and I don't get rid of probably will not have guard. So let's see what is good here. Patrol is also going to be tough. Patrol you can't thwart. Oh, we can take a Hydra Bomber. That's actually pretty great. So if we take a Hydra Bomber, it is not revealed. It is put into play, so we don't even have to take the 2 damage, replace the threat. But now we have a 1/1 Hydra Bomber. So that's nice. And we get to draw a card, which is Silent Infiltration. Cool. I think we will... Since we have a block with X or Nick on Crossbones, we have a... We don't need the stun. I think we're going to just use the 3 of these cards to play a Helicarrier. The Helicarrier will then put a lock and load out with 4 threat, so we can go get some of our weapons. Oh, we forgot to do a... we forgot to get his arm. That's probably more important, isn't it? Okay, so let's actually hang on to this. Let's use lock and load to go grab this cybernetic arm. And put it into play. And then we have a Helicarrier that Steve can use. We will flip up to Winter Soldier. I'm going to start stacking this because I'm going to run out of space real quick. Winter Soldier is in hero form. Let's just punch Crossbones, right? Let's just punch Crossbones and deal 2 damage. I don't even have his health out here, so he's going to be 28 health to start us out. And now he's going to be down to 24. Nope, 26. Math is hard. So there goes Bucky with his attack. Nope, we don't stand up yet. It is Steve's turn. Let's go Helicarrier, Sinclair, and Hard to Ignore to play Nick Fury, utilizing his Living Legend ability. So we reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1. We get to draw 3 cards. We got Come Get Me Bub, Fearless Determination, and a Strength. Oof, nice. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Fearless Determination and a Strength to play Professor X. That's going to confuse Crossbones. We got a Come Get Me Bub to play a Unflappable. Actually, I'm trying to think. Oh, in setup, search your deck for the Captain America shield. Y'all, I am Got Captain America shield. Nice. And we will use the armored vest to play the shield. That's going to give us +1 defense and retaliate 1. Alright, Steve is going to stay down. I guess we could flip up with Steve since we have 2 blockers. That actually may be worth doing. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? He'll be first player, so we can flip down before Winter Soldier or Captain America even plays an ally, so we can still keep that Living Legend ability online, and then we can maintain that Confuse. So let's go 2 damage, 4 damage into Crossbones, just to start chipping away at that. And then we've got X that will just hang on. Okay, let's stand up. We have got Target Spotter. That's exciting. A Winter Armor. Another Target Spotter. We probably only need 1 of those at this moment. Avengers Mansion I put in here because I was hoping to get it out pretty cheaply with Man on the Wall. So we may not go all out and play the Mansion right now. We'll see. We got Mansion and a Metal Punch. Cool. And then Cap over here has got an Energy, Agent 13, a Come Get Me Bub, an Ops Room, and a Come Get Me Bub. Alrighty. We may play a Come Get Me Bub. We'll play 2 thread here. Crossbones is going to attack. First thing happens is we're going to machine gun, and we're going to take 2 damage. We're going to just take that onto Winter Soldier, take us down to 9. Now he's going to attack for 2, 3 with piercing. I'm going to block with Professor X. +2. X is gone. Okay. We'll take 1 damage here from the bomber. Then he's going to shoot at us. We will knock this down to 2. We've got a 3. We'll place 1. We were at 11, so we'll go down to 9. And place the other 2 on Captain America. And then we will block the attack of 3. After this activation resolves, put a pursuit counter on Pursued by the Past. And there goes Nick. Okay. Our encounter cards. Winter Soldier has got a Crossbones as Assault. When defeated, Crossbones is going to activate against the player defeated this scheme. This comes in with an acceleration icon and 4 threat. So we got that. Threat is going to be fairly easy to handle with Winter Soldier. And then we got Arclight. When Arclight attacks you or an ally you control, we can confuse a character you control, or she gets +2 for the attack. Alrighty. Kind of wish I had my Target Spotter now. First player is going to pass. My camera looks a little dark, doesn't it? And we got Captain America now. I don't think we play Come Get Me Bub. Not quite yet. I think instead what we are going to do is go ahead and use Come Get Me Bub to drop an Ops Room. This is going to come in with 3 counters. Whenever we would take any damage, we can prevent 1 of that damage and remove a threat from a scheme. We are going to use Captain America to... I don't think Arclight is going to be... Well, we have overkill and stuff for Arclight to take care of her. Let's go ahead and just punch Crossbones here. We're going to flip down. Living Legend is still active. We're going to use a energy to play Agent 13, and we're going to remove 2 threat from the main. Then Agent 13 is going to go ahead and thwart 2 here. Alrighty. Good stuff for Steve. Winter Soldier. We've got... What do I want to do? Let's go ahead and use a helicarrier to play a Target Spotter. So this comes in with 2. We can engage minions. We don't even have to exhaust that. Nice. Huh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know that you don't have to exhaust Target Spotter. That could be another, like, kind of ramp for Maria. and use her in like for like homeland intervention to exhaust the target spotters. That could be fun. Oh. See, if I was a good player, I would have used the helicarrier over here for Steve, used Steve's card to I can do this all day so we can ready and then activate again because I'm kind of out. I could go Metal Punch here and hang on to like the mansion or the armor. Um, to which I say, me. Um, I think I do want to get the armor out. Probably hang on to the Metal Punch. Yeah. So let's go Target Spotter Avengers Mansion to play the armor. That's going to give us 3 hit points. So we're at 8. We're going to go up to 11. And then we also have Steady now. We're going to probably toss Metal Punch. But while we are here, let's go ahead and have Winter Soldier. Punch. Crossbones. I'm hoping that we can get some more minions here soon. Let's stand up. I think it will be Winter Soldier's turn to go down so that he can use Safe House. Hopefully he's going to draw a Bring It or something. That would be kind of fun. So let's stand everybody up. Steve has got Stun Gun, Jocasta, Hard to Ignore, Ops Room, Super Soldiers. Potentially won't be able to play that. And a Super Soldier Serum. Nice. 2, 4, 6. Winter Soldier's got a Spoiling for a Fight, a Hall of Heroes. Now we can start taking out some of those minions. A Side Holster, that's 3. Hercules is 4. Genius is 5. Nice. I'm going to place 3 Threat on the main. Crossbones is Confused. Then we're going to get a 4th here. Crossbones is going to attack Winter Soldier. The machine gun will trigger. We're going to take 1 damage from Riptide. And then Crossbones is going to attack for 3 plus a boost card. We are currently at 10 health. We could chump with Agent 13. Let's just take it and see what happens. So it's going to be 3, 4. Takes us down to 6. And then Hydro Bomber is going to hit us for 1. Take us down to 5. Okay. Pass out encounter cards. Steve has got a Flamethrower attached to the minion with the most remaining hit points. If you cannot, search your deck and discard pile for a minion. The attached minion's attack deals indirect damage. So Arclight is now needs to go. Then we've got a Dark Design. So we're going to place a Pursuit counter. We're going to scheme out of stage 1. So it's going to be 2, 3, and Bucky is confused. Well, we're half confused. It's going to pop the main. When revealed, we're going to reveal and get another weapon. Ooh. Alrighty. You kind of expect to lose that first scheme. So I'm not too concerned about that. We got the Power Gauntlets. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from your hand. That's got to go. Cool. Pass this over to Winter Soldier. We could play Hercules for a discount of 1, 2. So Hercules is a 4 right now. We could actually play Spoiling for a Fight first. So that's kind of exciting. That could be fun. If we stay up, we can play. Oh, we're absolutely going to stay up with Winter Soldier because then we got. Well, actually, hold on. If we spoil for a fight and use Safe House while we're down, we actually get 3 minions engaged with us. But then they're all scheming, and that's really scary. So let's not do that. I'm curious where my pinned downs are. So we got a Super Soldier, which can deal 6 damage to Arclight and give both of ours a tough status card. Now, the Crossbones machine gun is going to pop one of those toughs, but we do have a 13 to block as well. So we should be okay-ish. So let's use a Genius to play a Hall of Heroes. After you defeat a minion, we get to remove or get a counter here. Let's go ahead and punch the Hydra Bomber. That's going to clear 2 threat from there and give us a counter on Hall of Heroes. Let's use Spoiling for a Fight. Discard cards until we get a minion. What is Vertigo? Guard, when Vertigo attacks, you are an ally. We have to stun a character, or she gets +2 for the attack. And then we get to Ready. We'll go ahead and put a holster down. And we will just go ahead and put 2 here. And we can half stun Winter Soldier, so Vertigo is actually not going to do anything. But that does set us up for a pretty easy basic activation to take her out later. We do have a Helicarrier ready. We're going to toss the Hercules. And we're going to pass it over to Steve. Steve does have Jocasta, but I don't even think we have any defensive events because I think the only one that we have in our entire deck is Shield Block, which we have yet to see. So we will not do that. We'll flip up the Cap. Let's use Helicarrier, Jocasta, and a Stun Gun to play Super Soldiers. Because we have both of them at the table, we'll deal 6 damage to Arclight. This does not, Flamethrower does not give her any extra health. And give Captain America and Winter Soldier a tough status card. Nice. Cool stuff. Very fun. Okay. Winter Soldier could... Let's use Hard to Ignore and Ops Room to play Super Soldier Serum. Probably could have gotten a... Yeah, so we're actually going to use Super Soldier Serum. And we're going to do that first. Super Soldier Serum. And then we're going to use Super Soldier Serum to play the attack. And then we still have a card in our hand, which we can then... I can do this all day. So... Crossbones machine gun is annoying. Oh, and Tufts actually don't turn off the power gauntlets. That's sad. Okay, well that's good to know. Crossbones assault is not great. I think probably what I should have done, looking back on it, is I probably should have thwarted Crossbones assault first to take the attack before I played the team up card to get the tough. That way the tough could have protected the attack as well. I am more concerned about Bucky maintaining the tough status card than I am Captain America. So I think what we will do is just have Cap thwart 2 here. Then Crossbones is going to activate against us. That's going to be the last counter on the machine gun. That's going to deal 2 indirect damage. That's going to go 1. Nah, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, we'll go 1 and knock the tough. Sad. And then Crossbones is going to attack for 3, 4, 5. Oh, we were blocking with 13, by the way. It's going to knock Agent 13 out. Did not damage me, so we are good there. I can do this all day with a stun gun to stand up and punch here for 2. Take it down to 1. Let's stand up. Maybe we'll get a shield block. That'd be kind of cool. Winter Soldier gets first. We got a Metal Punch. Bambino. Bring It. There it is. Firepower. And another Bring It. Cool. Hopefully we'll get some minion summoning and target spotting and all that fun stuff. Cap has got a Pinned Down. Beautiful. A shield block. Excellent. A shield toss. A Quinn Carrier. That's 4. And another shield block, because of course. Okay. But now we can't. Well, Vertigo does have guard, so it's a little bit annoying to pin her down because then Winter Soldier could not attack Crossbones. We may pin her down just for a little bit. We're gonna add actually nope, just 2 threat because I took away that acceleration token. 2 threat. Crossbones is going to attack us for +3. I lied. This does say damages you, not dealt damage. So we're gonna take it straight to the face. It's gonna be no, he has piercing. I forgot about the fact that he has piercing. Oh, well, that's tough. That's real tough. Well, I gotta get rid of those weapons. Okay, well, that's good to know. Uh, um, okay, I'll block here for 2. It's gonna be a total of 4. The piercing does happen, and then we take 2 damage. Yikes. And then we will stun here, and then get attacked for 0. Okay, so Winter Soldier needs some health. I forgot that Crossbones was going to have piercing, so need to deal with those weapons ASAP. Crossbones is going to look over here. Actually, I do have to discard a card from my hand. I'm going to discard... Bambino. I'm not going to be able to play Bambino and Metal Punch, I don't think. I'd rather play Metal Punch. Okay, so Captain America. When you would take any amount of damage, exhaust Captain America's shield to prevent all of that damage. So we don't even have to exhaust this. So let's go ahead and take an attack of 3. Plus a boost of 2. So we will play a shield block, exhausting Captain America's shield to prevent all that damage. And we do have a retaliate 1 right there. And then an unflappable will draw us into a second pin down. Cool. Got 2 encounter cards. The first one over here for Winter Soldier is a Black Widow. She is here. Alrighty, so Black Widow is Retaliate 1. After she schemes against you, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a handspring and attach it to her. Alrighty, well that's exciting. And then we've got a Holo Shield generator attached to the minion with their... Oh gosh, she gets +4 hit points and Retaliate 2. So Black Widow has Retaliate 3 right now. That's an issue. That's gonna be a problem. Yep, that's gonna be a problem. Well, that'll be fun. All right, let's go over here. Captain America. Let's go pin down, and then pin down here. So Vertigo is good. Black Widow still is going to have Villainous, so there's a decent chance that she's still gonna hit us. Let's use Super Soldier Serum, Shield Block, and Shield Toss to play Quinn Carrier. And actually, let me check here real quick. Before I do that, let's play Bring It. We're going to call in an action to play Bring It. We're going to draw 2 cards, Spoiled for a Fight, and a Winter Mask. Okay. Would it be insane to grab another one? If we go Spoil for a Fight, Black Widow, I don't want scheming. That's the main problem, is I don't want Black Widow scheming, because Handspring happens. She has Retaliate 3, that's so bad. At least we're not going to get Black Widow with a Spoiling for a Fight. Let's do it. Let's play Spoiling for a Fight. Discard cards until we get a minion. We got Blockbuster. There's another guard minion. He's a 0 scheme, which is actually amazing because I do plan on flipping down. We do get to ready here. And we get to now play a Bring It for 3 cards. We got an Electrical Discharge, a Arm Block, and a Strength. Okay. Okay. Black Widow is scary. I don't think I have a ton of ways to confuse her either. I do have to prep and Winter Soldier to I cannot attack her. Because oh, I think I need to get rid of the laser rifles and stuff. Okay. We'll see. She has so much health. Oh, that's scary. Anyways, I was doing that to see if I could Captain America myself into a I can do this all day. We go here and here. That's a metal punch. Firepower plays that. And then the electrical discharge and helicarrier can play. I don't know what I'm metal punching actually, because I have guards. I have 2 guards. I do have 2 guards. So I have Winter Mask. I could just take out Vertigo and Blockbuster. I probably will do that. And then that's going to give me a Holly Heroes trigger. So in that case, I do need all of my resources. So let's go ahead and Super Soldier Serum. Shield block, shield toss to play a Quinn carrier. Move this over here. Move these down here. We're in the thick of it now, friends. Alrighty. And then Cap will just... No, Cap won't thwart there. There's no reason to thwart there. Cap will punch here. Oh yeah, I still need to get rid of those. Like, really badly. I shouldn't have thrown the pen down here. That's on me. Okay. Okay. It is Winter Soldier's turn. Safe House only searches the encounter deck. I was like, I could bring Blockbuster back out. Because I like those zero scheme minions, especially when I'm flipping down. Let's use a arm block and a metal punch to deal 7 damage. Nope. Let's use strength in the arm to deal 7 damage to Blockbuster. It's gonna take Blockbuster out, and that does 2 overkill here. Takes him down to 1. We'll remove 2 threat here. Oh wait, hold on. First I was gonna play the mask. Then we're gonna exhaust the mask to draw a card, which is another arm block. I completely forgot about the draw card for taking out a minion. I'd done this all day, but here we are. There's a potential world in which I hang on to the arm blocks, but let's go ahead and just go ahead and helicarrier arm block to play electrical discharge to knock out Vertigo. Silly use of pin down. 2 more threats somewhere. If we flip down, we're scheming out. Well, it's a 12. So it'd be 2, 4, 6 plus 2 boost cards. We're probably not scheming out. Well, I need to do this regardless. So let's go ahead and heal for 3. We got an arm block in hand. We're going to toss that. It's not worth holding that resource for that long. Okay, let's stand up. Retaliate 3 is silly. I think the Winter Soldier's rifle has ranged, but that's a long way off. It's at the bottom of my discard pile, I think. Oof. Alrighty. This will be fun. This will be good. Cap has got a apartment, superpower training, which could get that rifle actually. Heroic strike, the night nurse, 2, 4, 5, the electrostatic armor. Bucky has got a Yarnborn, firepower, Nicholas Fury, an energy, and a firepower. And one more card. And a Black Widow. Alrighty. I'm going to go 2 threats here. Crossbones is going to attack. We will exhaust a defend for 3 against his attack of 3. Got nothing. Hopefully it's a 1 boost. It is. You are confused. Okay. If you are already confused, place a threat on the main scheme. But we're going to use Ops Room to prevent one of the damage that's dealt. We take no damage, and therefore we get to Unflappable to draw into a shield toss. Okay. Nice. Crossbones is going to scheme for 2, 3. And we got 2, 3, or 4. So that's going to be 7 total. So we go up to 8. 8 out of 12. And then after Black Widow schemes, search our for Handspring. We're going to grab it. Attach to Black Widow. When she would take any amount of damage from an attack, deal that damage to the attacking character instead and discard this card. Okay, Black Widow's an issue. Black Widow is a big, big problem right now. Retaliate 3, 18 hit points, and we're preventing the next source of damage. It'll be fine. Got 2 encounter cards. First one, Crossbones' armor. When he would take any amount of damage, he placed it there instead. Then under fire, because of course. We got Pride of the Red Room. Place 1 additional threat here for each preparation card in play. I believe I have 0. We have 1 preparation card. That's kind of fun that Handspring's a prep card. So that's going to come in with 5. Has an Amplify. And then we've got Jetpack. Ooh, no. Okay, so when the attached minion would take any amount of damage from an attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck, reduce that damage by the number of boost icons discarded this way. Okay, well, this may be a loss condition here for us. Holy cow. Black Widow just doesn't die. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm scared. Anyways, cool. Let's go ahead and use Hall of Heroes. We're gonna draw 3 cards. We've got a Spoiled for a Fight, a Man on the Wall, and a Bring It. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and use Safe House here to go find a minion. Honestly, an Armored Guard would not be bad because we're not attacking the villain anytime soon. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab an Armored Guard. Comes in with Toughness. And then we get to draw a card. Which is an Aggressive Stance. Okay. So both of these deal with attacks. So if we can get damage dealt that is not an attack, like with the Armborn, that's, I think, how we do it. Okay. I think I'm going to heal here. So let's go ahead and heal. So we're at 6. We'll go up to 9. Okay. We're going to flip to hero form. We're going to play Spoiling for a Fight. Discard until we get a minion, which is another Armored Guard. That's beautiful. I just saw a couple of them in there, so I was hoping that's what we would get. Let's go ahead and play Bring It to draw 3 cards. We got Silent Infiltration, Sunfire, and a Combat Training. It's bonita. Let's use aggressive stance to play Man on the Wall. So now whenever we play a card, we can reduce the cost of that card by 3. So let's go ahead and use that. And a... Oh, I'm getting ready because of spoiling. And a firepower to play Nick Fury. I don't have room. Okay, so we're gonna move these over here. This is what's attached to Crossbones. We're gonna push these up. I'm gonna play Nick Fury. We're gonna deal 4 damage here, not an attack. So when the attached enemy would take any damage from an attack, when the attached minion would take any damage from an attack, so we are good. And no retaliate. I forgot that she has retaliate 3. Shoot. Okay. Cool. Let's use Silent Infiltration to play a Yarnborn. So after our hero attacks, spend a physical resource to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Retaliate 3 is just silly. Okay. Let's use... I'm in so much trouble. Energy to play a combat training. That's going to give us a +1 attack. We are going to attack Black Widow. We're going to trigger Jetpack because they're both forced interrupts. So we get to choose how we're going to do it. So we're going to choose Jetpack. I'm going to discard 1. So we deal 2 damage to Widow. That's prevented. And we take 2 damage plus 3 retaliate back. So we're down to 4. Ow. But then Handspring is gone. So that's nice. We will... Not good. Oh, there's an amplify. Jeez. Okay. I was thinking about using firepower to hit Widow for 2 with Yarnborn. This attack has ranged, actually, so firepower does have ranged. So it may just be worth using going here to play firepower to deal 4 damage to Widow. Actually, we're gonna discard, and we're gonna only deal 1 damage to Widow because of the jetpack. Yikes! Oh gosh. Okay. Cool. We'll go Helicarrier Widow to play Sunfire. Sunfire will knock the tough off of this guy. Nick. Actually, you know what? Sunfire, we'll leave the tough. Sunfire is going to thwart. We're going to go up to 10 here. It'd be bad if we lost it, but I don't really know what to do about it. We'll thwart with Nick and Sunfire here to take this down to 2. We did damage there. Okay. Okay. I'm not scared. You are scared. Okay. We could Heroic Strike Widow so that I think we have to. Like I think that we just need to deal damage to Widow. We'll take a ton of retaliate, but I don't see how we survive if we don't do it. Okay. So let's use Shield Toss to play Night Nurse. We'll use Night Nurse to heal one and discard the Confuse. Soldier Serum, Quinn Carrier, and a Apartment. We'll play a Heroic Strike to deal 6 damage here, reducing it by 2, so 4 damage. So we're up to 9. Okay, and stunned because we paid for it using a physical resource. So that's nice. Okay, and then we take Retaliate 3. I'm going to go down to 7. Then we will use an Electrostatic Armor to play a Superpower Training, coming in with 6. Okay. Let's stand up. We do have a lot of blocks, which is nice. And Widow is stunned. Retaliate 3 is silly. I do not like that, Sam. I am. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and draw a Super Soldier's Metal Punch Specialized Training. We get an encounter card dealt to us. I'm gonna put that right there as we shuffle this up. Hopefully we can get a Bambino, because that would be some nice ranged damage to help take out Widow. Yeah. This is way tougher than I was expecting it to be. So that's kind of fun. I thought it would be a tough challenge, but not this bad. So we got 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then Cap has got 2, 4, 5. He's got a Heroic Strike, Energy Barrier, Soldier Serum, Perimeter, and a Genius. Cool. Let's go up to 10. Crossbones is going to attack here. Block with Nick. He's attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5. There goes Nick. Widow is stunned. We'll take 2 from the armored guards, which means that we can't really attack Black Widow because we will die. That's fine. Crossbones is going to attack Captain America for a lot. He's attacking for 2. He's attacking for 4. We can defend for 3. We do have 1. So if he draws a 0 boost, we could trigger everything. But I don't think he's going to draw a 0 boost. So let's have Sunfire block it. +2. There goes Sunfire. Let's deal out encounter cards. Winter Soldier's got a Bound by Business. Discard cards until we get a Marauder. No Marauder. Put that minion into play. Engaged with you. We decked out, so we're going to get an acceleration token. So we do have some threat that we need to deal with there. Widow has 18 total health. She has 9, so she has 9 health left. So we can set it up so we can probably take her down this round, depending on our jetpack pulls. Okay. Next up, we've got a Harpoon. Hey, we had a Harpoon. Now we're discounting the next card we play by 4, which is pretty cool. So there's that. And then Cap has got Red Room Programming. Give to the Bucky Barnes. I can flip to Alter Ego, choose and exhaust Bucky Barnes, or discard the highest printed cost card from your hand and take indirect damage equal to its cost. Okay, we will flip and exhaust to get rid of that, because I die if I don't. Okay, then. Cool. Cool. This passes over to Captain America. How are we going to get rid of Black Widow? Ooh, we actually had +1 I don't think that mattered anywhere. Okay. Let's just go ahead and Genius for a Super Soldier Serum. We've got our resource generators online now, which is nice. And I think we... I want to get superpower training. We don't have any more upgrades in Captain America's deck. So we actually may just pass on the Super Soldier Serum and play. I think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to play the Super Soldier Serum just because we already have superpower training out there. We're about to thwart that down. So let's go ahead and get an energy barrier out there instead with that Genius play. Then we are going to use Super Soldier Serum, the Quinn Carrier, and a Super Soldier Serum to play a Heroic Strike to deal 6 damage, 5 damage. So that takes us to 14. And Stun Widow, we take Retaliate 3. That's going to take us down to 4 health. I don't like that. We are going to thwart with Captain America. I was like, are we going to hit Superpower Training or Pride of the Red Room? Let's thwart 2 off of Pride of the Red Room. I can do this all day with Established Perimeter, stand up, and thwart 2 here to take this down to 8. Superpower Training will be nice, but I don't think I have the tempo right now to take it out. Okay. There's that. Cap has 4 health. Bucky has less than 4 health. Um... Hmm. Jeez. We will have a tough status card, but he's going to have piercing because we're not going to be able to get rid of... Actually, you know what? Straight up, could we? Nope, we have only physicals. We need a lightning. As like super soldiers we can play. Get us both status our cards. If we had a lightning resource, we could get rid of the laser rifle. Do we safe house 30 to try it? I'm going to say no, because I think I need to be in hero form. What if I am not in hero form? I don't play anything. Bad things happen if I'm not in hero form. Okay. She only has 4 health left. Firepower. Shoot. If we top deck a 0, that could work. Oh, we have a ton of... Okay, I think we're actually going to be fine. We're probably not going to be fine, but we're going to be able to get rid of Black Widow, but I don't have any answers to anything else over here. So we do have the... I think our only answer is a tough status card. Yeah, I don't think I have it. I think Bucky is going to die. Or we could try, or we just stay down and we scheme out. But that's not good. If we're gonna do that, we might as well go get a 0 scheme minion with the safe house 30 and see if we can get something. So let's do this. I think we have Blockbuster. We're gonna draw a card. Maybe Firepower. Okay, well, Winter Mask could... Okay, hold on. We can Firepower Blockbuster, take Blockbuster out. Okay? We get to Winter's Mask here if we do that. Then we Metal Punch Widow. Or we Yarnborn Widow for 2. And then we Firepower Harpoon. It doesn't take Harpoon out. But then we can Yarnborn Widow again. We could Metal Punch one of them. We could Metal Punch Widow. She has 4. Yeah, so Metal Punching Widow would be the right way to go. I'm not getting rid of any of these, but I am just kind of like hoping that I draw into a arm block. But I think I mean, like, this is here we go. Let's try it. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Let's flip out the Winter Soldier. Let's use a metal arm to play Firepower. We'll exhaust Yarnborn. We don't have another weapon to exhaust another Firepower. So that will take out Harpoon. Blockbuster, we can give him a tough status card. That's going to get us a counter here. That's going to remove 2 threat from... Is there any... I don't think there's any upgrade that helps us. So we're going to just take threat from here, take this down to 6. Okay. We'll exhaust Winter's Mask to draw into a Spoiled for a Fight. So we could get rid of both of those weapons right now if we wanted to. Okay. So Spoiled for a Fight and Firepower. Metal Punch and Specialized Training can get rid of those weapons, which gets rid of his piercing. We can then Super Soldiers into Widow. Actually, I would Super Soldiers... I didn't put the damage on here. Super Soldiers into Blockbuster. I think I have it, actually. And then I can Yarnborn the Strength into Widow and take Widow out. Wow. Okay. So we'll toss these 2 to get rid of this. We'll toss these 2 to get rid of this. Crossbones no longer has piercing. Man on the Wall will play Super Soldiers to take out Blockbuster. We'll get a tough status card here. And a tough status card here. Then we will follow that attack with a Strength from Yarnborn to deal 2 damage to take out Widow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So Widow's victory. So now we can take the attack. We will have to defend one of these armored guards. But, I mean, that's the closest we're going to get. We have 1 more counter there. That was kind of exciting. Oh, and we get to remove 2 threat. I'm going to take it off of here, actually. See if we can get Bambino out. All right, let's stand up. That was one of the longer player phases I think I've had in a long time. That made me think. Get an encounter card. We got 3, and we're going to shuffle. Ideally, now we can get our pin downs back into play. I do like how I pinned down 2 minions and it never mattered. Because I kept stunning them. To be fair, it was Pale Little Spider. I think that is the hardest part of this game, is getting rid of that Thunderbolt. So, we'll see. We got Fearless Determination, Pinned Down, Avengers Mansion, Ops Room, and a Established Perimeter. And Winter Soldier's got a Lock and Load, Winter Rifle, Electrical Discharge, Metal Punch, and a Silent Infiltration. Go up to 9 here. Crossbones is going to attack Captain America for 3, 4, 5. Knock our tough. He takes. Wow, sorry about that. He takes maybe one of the first times I've ever sneezed during a video. It will take 1 damage because he no longer has range because we got rid of that laser rifle. Now he's going to look at Bucky. We're going to take 3, 4, 5. It's going to knock our tough here. We're going to take 1 damage and we're going to defend the last damage here. Pass out encounter cards. Hopefully no indirect damage. We've got Nowhere is Safe. We're going to place a pursuit counter and discard a upgrade or a support that we control. And if I don't want to. Oh, I'm going to have Night Nurse over here. That was dumb. I'm going to have done that. Let's just pretend we did that. Guess we'll get rid of Night Nurse. Sad. We just shuffled our deck too. And then we got a Hydra Bomber. Either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main. We'll place a threat on the main. And then I will target spotter this thing over here. Okay. We've got Mutant Slayers. Each Marauder minion gains Quick Strike. Place 1 additional threat for each character in play with Mutant, X-Factor, X-Force, or X-Men, which I believe is 0. So it just comes in with 3. We will pass this over here. And we need to heal. What are we going to do? Let's just man on the wall. Oh. Okay. Let's use Winter Rifle and Lock and Load to play Silent Infiltration. We will then use Man on the Wall. To play Metal Punch and deal 7 damage to the Hydra Bomber. It's going to remove 2 threat from here. Oh, we have the main. Gross. We're going to take it off the main. Take this down to 8. We're going to discard Silent Infiltration. We're going to confuse Crossbones. And then ready our hero. Winter's Mask will draw us a card. Do a Black Widow. I do like Widow a lot. I need a Hall of Heroes counter. I could play Widow. If I flip down, I will. I'm going to flip down. I'm going to Safe House to pull out maybe a Hydra Bomber. Trying to see if there's any other 0. Yeah, we'll just take a Hydra Bomber. Not revealed, so we're good. We get to draw a card, which is Arm Block. Nice. We'll go Helicarrier, Arm Block, and Electrical Discharge to play Widow. We get to return an attack event to our hand. Take Arm Block, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to heal to take us up to 5. Widow is going to what is Widow going to do? Widow needs to thwart something. I think I'm going to have her thwart just the main. Yeah, we'll take this down to 6. I need to make sure I don't lose that. We got an arm block, which we'll toss, but okay. We have a Holly Heroes that we can trigger next round. It is Cap's turn. Oh, we have a Fearless Determination. That's amazing, actually. Let's go Fearless Determination. We get +1 thwart until the end of the round, and we get to draw a card into a Come Get Me Bub. We have 3 thwart. Let's go ahead and take out Mutant Slayers. Let's go ahead and let's go Super Soldier, Quinn Carrier, Come Get Me, and a Established Perimeter to play a Mansion. That's exciting to get onto the table. We'll use Mansion to draw a card, which is hard to ignore. We will toss a pin down on the Bomber. We will toss an Ops Room to ready Cap, and we'll thwart for 3 to take this down to 3. Okay. Okay. We have a hard to ignore. I'm actually going to hang on to the hard to ignore. I think I want to start getting that onto the table so we have a little bit of threat mitigation on the main. So let's go ahead and stand everybody up. We need Cap to get some health. Bucky is going to draw 6 cards. We got a Metal Punch, a Silent Infiltration. There's the Bambino, Genius, Firepower, and a Energy. We got Hard to Ignore, Energy Barrier, Heroic Strike, Dr. Sinclair. Ooh, and we're going to be first player. So we can have Bucky use Sinclair for 5 and another Heroic Strike. Do we have a mental? Yes, we do. Okay, that's kind of exciting. Let's add 3 threats in the main. Take us up to 6. Crossbones is going to scheme, but he is confused. We got 0, 0, 1, so we're going to go up to 7. He's going to attack Captain America for 3. We have 3. We will defend. It's going to be +2. We will go ahead and remove 1 here. We will remove an energy barrier to knock the tough here. So we take no damage, so unflappable triggers, and we get to draw into a strength. Retaliate 1, which actually goes here. I don't know if the armor was there before I did that damage or not. So who knows? Pass out cards. Bucky has got a Bound by Business. We're going to discard until we get a Marauder minion. There's Grey Crow. Nice. Then Cap has got a Chimera. We'll target spot to Chimera. Cool. Pass this over here. And let's go. Let's use a strength to start us out to play Dr. Sinclair. We will call on an action. So Bucky will spend a mental resource, which is going to be... Actually, first, let's call on an action to use Holly Heroes to draw 1, 2, 3. There's the Bring It. Oh, love it. Let's toss an arm block. And so we get to heal for 3, and we can discard a status card using Sinclair. Okay, so feeling a little bit better about Bucky. Plus, we have a Bring It. We're happy. Bucky is happy. Okay. Okay. I do want to play... Let's use Quinn Carrier to play a Hard to Ignore. Let's use Mansion here to draw into a Pin Down. That's exciting. Grey Crow has to go. We can't have Grey Crow around. We can throw a pin down on Chimera. Actually, we'll just throw it on this tough guard. Do that. Marauders are less. I'm less interested in keeping the Marauders around. It's like I could toss another energy barrier out. I think I want a heroic strike. We could heroic strike Crossbones. That would stun Crossbones. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go Super Soldier, Heroic Strike, and a Helicarrier to play Heroic Strike. That's going to deal enough damage to knock this off and then stun Crossbones. Nice. And then we're going to ditch a energy barrier to ready. And then we are going to thwart for 2 off of Superpower Training. Alrighty. Nice. Does Cap flip down? I think so, because we have another Silent Infiltration. Yeah. Captain America is going to flip down. So that does turn on Living Legend. Of course, we don't have any right now, but that's fine. Okay, do we safe house here? That would be insane, right? That'd be wild. It could be cool, though. There's another Hydra Bomber, I believe, in there, which wouldn't be too bad to grab. No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think I can. Okay, Bucky's at 8, so I don't think we are going to use his activation to recover. So let's stand up. Let's play Bring It to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Target Spotter, Aggressive Stance, Bring It, Electrical Discharge. Did I play 2 Bring It last time? I think I did. That's on me. I apologize. 2, 4, 5. That's totally on me. That's on me. Alrighty. Okay. Let's go ahead and have Widow, Thwart, and take down Superpower Training. It's gonna go. Yeah. Gonna go grab us our Winter Rifle. And our Superpower Training. I'm sorry, Super Soldier Serum. I totally did play 2 Bringets. Oh well. I needed it. Okay. I'm just probably gonna hang on to Bring It. We've got a energy to play Silent Infiltration. I'm going to attack using a Winter Rifle, so I get +2 attack, and it gains piercing and ranged. I'm going to take out Chimera with a 5 attack. After we defeat, we're going to remove 2 threat to take this down to 5. I'm going to trigger Silent Infiltration to confuse here, and then ready Winter Soldier. Let's use an aggressive stance to play an aggressive stance. Let's use Angela to play Target Spotter. Oh, we need a Holly Heroes counter too. We can use Genius to play Electrical Discharge to take out Grey Crow. 2 more. So we're at 5, so we're going to go down to 3. Then we've got, oh yeah, Man on the Wall. We'll play Bambino. We don't have to exhaust that to use it. We will put that here. We do have guards, which is really annoying. Oh, Winter's Mask will draw us a card when we defeat somebody. We got Spoiling for a Fight. Let's go ahead and use our Arm, Spoiling for a Fight, and Firepower to play Metal Punch on the Armored Guard. So this is going to deal 8 damage, but it does have Overkill 5. So we'll take out the Armored Guard. There, get a 3rd counter on Holly Heroes. And we still have our Bring It. And these guys attack for 0. Nice. Since we do have the winter rifle, that armored guard is really easy to take out when we do need to do so, and I think that's going to be fairly soon because I think we are ready to push Crossbones. So let's stand up and get ready to rock. Winter Soldier is still ready, isn't he? I don't think he was. No, he is. I'm going to thwart 2 here. Take this down to 1. Okay. Stand everybody up. Wow. Okay. Steve has got a genius, shield toss, X, stun gun, and a shield block. Of course, we get one more card, but we always draw that when we are in alter ego. Got to bring it, spoiling, mansion, bring it, 4, 5, and a Throg. We'll add 3 threat to take us up to 4. Crossbones is confused. Crossbones is stunned. Both of these will attack, but nothing goes through the pin down. Got 2 encounter cards. Full auto. This is going to surge because we're an alter ego. Pale Little Spider. No enemy activated this way. This card gains surge. Exhaustion. Surge. Exhaust your identity. Pale Little Spiders. Surging. Drawing near. Good. That was a lot of surge. Then we've got Dark Designs. I'm going to place 1 here. Crossbones is going to scheme for 2, 4 to take us up to 8. Okay. This will pass. Steve will call on an action to toss shield block to get rid of drawing near before his turn starts. That was lucky. And here we go. All right. I'm going to play Bring It and just not do anything. It doesn't really negate because everything's different now, but that's fine. Close enough. Let's use... Let's use Bring It to play Throg, using the Living Legend discount. Got too many cards on the table. Throg does have a tough status card because we do have a minion engaged with us. We have 2 minions engaged with us, actually. So we can man on the wall, Hella Carrier, spoiling for a fight for a mansion. Still hilarious to me that mansion is not a unique card. Then we are going to Winter Soldier with a Winter Rifle to take out this Armored Guard. Pen down. Armored Guard, we get 1 here. We'll remove 2 threats from there. We will Winter's Mask to draw into a Hercules. We get an encounter card. Man, Hercules is tough. I'm going to have Widow thwart here before I do all of that, just to get her back in the shuffle. I don't think that I am flipping down. I think we're just kind of hanging out, especially because there is a chance that we could draw into a team up card. We have Hercules. Let's go. Let's go ahead and give Mansion over here to Steve. Hey, there we go. Super Soldiers. That's exactly what I was talking about. We did play a ally. So let's do a Mansion over here for Steve to get a helmet. Let's go Super Soldier and a Genius to play Professor X. It's going to confuse Crossbones. X will thwart 3 here. Take this down to 1. Okay. We will Sinclair for Quinn Carrier to heal for 3. We will flip up to Captain America. We'll use a super soldier and a energy to play super soldiers. We'll deal 6 damage to Crossbones, which will knock him into the next phase, and we will both get a tough status card. But I think he's going to get a weapon, so I don't think I planned that super well. Yeah, he gets a weapon, which is going to be a mental and a lightning, which I don't think I have. Yeah, that's so funny. Alrighty, he comes in with 32 health. That's on me. That's poor planning. Two-handed games are hard. He has retaliate 1. Okay. Hmm. Um. Yeah, I got nothing to kind of help there. So let's play the stun gun. Let's use both charges on the stun gun. Discard it to stun. Alright. Cool. Let's stand up. Got an encounter card. We're discarding Hercules. We've got a Metal Punch, Lock and Load, Spoiling for a Fight, Nicholas Fury, and a Metal Punch. Ooh, we got some damage coming. Nice. Beautiful. Cap has got a Shield Toss, Steve's Apartment, Come Get Me Bub, Pinned Down, and a Hard to Ignore. 2, 4, 5. Let's add 3 to go up to 4. We're stunned over here. Hydra Bomber does, well, he attacks for less. Crossbones is going to attack here. We'll block with X. It's going to be 3, 4, which will knock X out. We maintain our toughs. We'll pass out encounter cards. First up, Master Plan. Discard until we get a side scheme. Crossbones is Assault. Acceleration icon. 4 threat. When we defeat it, he's going to activate. And we've got Under Fire Surge. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Tech Gauntlet. He gets Hydra Bomber gets +3 hit points and +1 attack and overkill. That's totally fine with me because he's still attacking for 0 with that pin down. And another Crossbones is Assault. Pass this over to Steve. Come Get Me Bub and Steve's Apartment. We'll go ahead and get rid of the shield. Okay. Oh, we had this as well. It's a flamethrower. Alrighty, well, now we're going to take this guy out. Okay. We can... What do we want to do? Let's just start punching, right? Let's go 2 here. Let's toss Pin down to ready and attack for 2 more. Take us down to 28. I think there is a world in which we take him out. Let's shield toss, discard hard to ignore, return shield, but we will play shield again for 4 more damage. 24. Okay. We'll stay up. And we're going to pass everything we have to Winter Soldier. So Mansion gets us a Bring It. Mansion gets us a Firepower. That's big. Firepower is really big here, actually. Okay. Let's go ahead and punch for 3. Takes him down to 21. Spoil for a fight. We only have 2 cards. I doubt there's a minion. There isn't. But we still get to ready based off of the ruling on what's its face. Chase them down. We still fulfill the cost. Okay. I was hoping I would get one more for Bring It. Let's just go ahead and cycle Bring It into a electrical discharge. None of these gives us guard, right? No. Sweet. Okay. Let's go with a Man on the Wall for 1, 2, 3, 4. The Metal Punch to play Nick. We'll draw 3 cards. Firepower. Bring It. Aggressive Stance. Okay. Let's use the arm to play Firepower. So we will exhaust Bambino. We will exhaust Yarnborn. And we will exhaust Winter Rifle to deal 12 damage. So there's 10, 11, down to 9. Okay. Nick will attack for 2. Takes us down to 7. Soldier will attack for 3. Takes us down to 4. We got an electrical discharge for 4. Dang. That was a really fun matchup. I didn't think about Ransacked Armory just absolutely thwarting all of my plans when it comes to having a Thunderbolt minion in there. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, these two had a good time. Cool stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I hope you enjoyed it. Sweet. We'll talk very soon. Peace.